Hello children! In this video, we will learn about the area of square and rectangle. Uncle and Golu want to change the floor tiles of their houses. Both have come to buy tiles in the market. Both Uncle and Golu like the tiles of this design. Both bought the tiles for their respective homes. After reaching home, Uncle started laying down the tiles. Each tile is square in shape and its edges are 1 meter long. Uncle first started laying tiles along the length of the floor of his room. Then, Uncle saw that there were a total of 6 tiles in the length of his floor.
Oh, the length of my floor is equal to 6 tiles with 1 meter long edges. That means my rectangle-shaped floor is 6 meters long,
thought Uncle. Then Uncle started laying the tiles along the width of his rectangle-shaped floor. Uncle laid a total of 4 tiles along the width of his floor.
There are a total of 4 1 meter long tiles in the width of my floor. That means my rectangle shaped floor has a width of 4 meters. But how do I find out how many tiles it will take to completely cover my floor? I have 6 square-shaped tiles in the length of my floor. That means 6 such horizontal rows will be made. And there are 4 square-shaped tiles in the width of the floor. That means there will be 4 tiles in each horizontal row. Now, it's become very easy. All I need to do is multiply the number of rows by the number of tiles in each row, and I will know the total number of tiles needed to cover the floor. In other words, I have to multiply the length of the floor of this rectangle-shaped floor with its width. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 tiles will be required to cover the rectangle-shaped floor. And the fun part is that covering this rectangle shape completely will be equal to its area. This means the area of this rectangle-shaped floor is 24 square meters.
Uncle finished laying the tiles on his floor. Come, let's see what Golu is doing. Golu's floor is square-shaped, so the length and width of his floor are exactly equal. He has laid 4 1 meter long tiles along the edge of his floor. This means the edge of his square-shaped floor is 4 meters long. In order to find the number of tiles required to cover Golu's square-shaped floor, he only has to multiply the lengths of any 2 edges of his floor. In this way, Golu needs 4 times 4 or 16 tiles. In other words, Golu's square-shaped floor has an area of 16 square meters. Golu too covered his floor with those beautiful tiles. See how beautiful Uncle and Golu's floors look. Children, in this video we learned about the area of square and rectangle. In the next video, we will learn more about it through some interesting examples. Hello children! In the last video, we learned about the area of square and rectangle. In this video, we will learn more about it through some interesting examples. Chanda wants to fit a glass in her window pane. She has got such a frame made for her rectangle-shaped window, and now she has come to buy glass in the market.
Oh no! I came to buy the glass, but I don't know how big a glass I need. If I can find the area of the glass in some way, then it'll be easier for me to buy the glass,
thought Chanda. While thinking this, Chanda reached Gaggu's mirror shop. Chanda, why do you look so upset? Gaggu asked Chanda.
Gaggu, I want to buy a glass for my rectangle-shaped window. I remember the perimeter of the frame of my window and also the length of the window. But I do not know the area of glass I need for the window.
Oh, such a small thing. I can help you. Look, Chanda, your window is rectangle shaped. That means we can write the perimeter of your window as 2 times the length of the window plus 2 times the width of the window. Can you now tell me what is the perimeter of your window?
12 meters.
And what is the length of your window?
5 meters.
Gaggu quickly wrote the perimeter and length of Chanda's window in this way. Now look, Chanda, we can easily find the width of your window in this way. Look, the width of your window is 1 meter. Now, because your window is rectangle shaped, we only have to multiply the length of the window by the width of the window to find the area of the glass in your window pane. In this way, the area of your glass will be 5 times 1, 5 square meters. Chanda thanked Gaggu and happily returned home after purchasing her glass from his shop. And children, if Chanda's window would have been square instead of a rectangle, and if its perimeter would be 24 meters, then can you find the area of Chanda's window? If you want, you can find a solution by stopping the video. As we saw in the previous video, since all the edges of a square are exactly the same, we can find the perimeter of a square by multiplying the length of any edge by 4. Therefore, the perimeter of a square-shaped window will be 4 times the length of any of its edges. In this way, we can find the length of any of the edges of the window as 6 meters. We can find the area of the square window by multiplying its length and width. But do you remember, children, that all edges of a square are exactly the same? Therefore, the measurement of the length and width of this square window will be exactly the same, 6 meters. In this way, the area of the window would be 6 times 6, 36 square meters. Children, in this video, we learned more about the area of square and rectangle through some interesting examples. In the next video, we will look at some of the misconceptions related to this. Hello children! In the previous video, we learned more about the area of square and rectangle through some interesting examples. In this video, we will see some of the misconceptions related to this. Babban is preparing to bake a cake for Banno's birthday. Just then, Appu came to his house.
What are you doing, Babban?
I am preparing to bake a cake for Banno.
Oh wow, Babban. But why did you use this small tray instead of this big tray to bake the cake?
Appu, I have found the perimeter of both trays in this way. And look, the perimeters of both are exactly the same. 36 centimeters. This means that both trays are exactly the same.
Babban, it is not necessary that the areas of two rectangles having equal perimeters would also be the same. So, it is not necessary that because the perimeters of these two trays are the same, their areas will also be the same. Look, the area of this rectangle shaped tray will be 12 times 6 or 72 square centimeters. And the area of this rectangle shaped tray will be 10 times 8 or 80 square centimeters. So, this tray is bigger than this tray. Understood?
Oh, I understood. And now I will make Banno's birthday cake in this big tray. You must come to her birthday party, Appu. Babban baked a beautiful cake for Banno using that big tray. Children, in this video we saw some misconceptions related to the area of square and rectangle.
Children, welcome to this video. Today we will keep interesting figures in front of the mirror and look at them and discuss the dotted line. It will be a lot of fun.
Dadaji, come let us play something.
Come, Pinku. Let us play a game with the help of a mirror today.
With the help of a mirror? How, Dadaji?
Pinku, can you fold this picture into two equal parts?
Yes, Dadaji, I can do it.
Wow, Pinku, you have folded it correctly. Now open this paper and tell me if you see a line formed due to folding.
Yes, Dadaji. And this line is dividing this letter into two halves.
How did you find it?
Dadaji, this is very easy. With the help of this line, we had folded this picture and it looked exactly half. The left half has covered the right half completely.
Well done, Pinku. Now just put this mirror on this dotted line and see what happens.
Oh wow, Dadaji, this picture is complete. Now I see the entire letter A in it. Dadaji, this is a lot of fun. Now I will fold this letter the same way and see it in the mirror. Dadaji, this is a miracle. Now it has been divided into two equal halves. The top half has completely covered the bottom half.
Now keep a mirror on this dotted line and see.
By placing a mirror along with this line, I can see the whole picture.
Okay, now look at the picture of this butterfly. Can you divide this picture in half?
Yes, Dadaji, like this.
Well done, Pinku. Keep the mirror and see if the whole picture can be recreated.
Yes, Dadaji, I saw the whole picture as soon as the mirror was placed.
Pinku, now you play this mirror game with these letters too.
Okay, Dadaji.
Children, all of you also write some letters on paper and divide it into half. Keep a mirror and see. Dear children, you must have had a lot of fun with the mirror game and must have learned a lot too. Do you know that this game can be played with any picture, not just the letters? The image formed on the mirror is called the mirror image. And a line that divides a picture into two equal parts is called a point line. In the next video, we will see this game played with even more fun pictures. We will meet in the next video. Thank you. Children, welcome to this video. So far, we have seen many pictures on the mirror by placing the mirror on the dotted line. In this video, we will see some more examples. Hey Pinku, you seem to be enjoying with the mirror. Come, look at this picture carefully and tell where the mirror should be placed on it, so that this flower can be seen completely on the mirror.
Dadaji, for this we will place the mirror along this line and it will look something like this.
Pinku, look. Does this picture look like the picture made on the paper?
Yes, Dadaji.
Pinku, look at this paper carefully and think, where else can you place the mirror so that half the flower is made on the mirror? Children, you also try and find out.
Dadaji, if we keep the mirror here, half of the flower will come on the mirror. Look, Dadaji, we can place the mirror here too. And there are many places like here, and here, and here too.
That's right, Pinku. Wow, Pinku, you have found all the places very well. Well done, Pinku. Now look at this picture carefully. Now can you tell where to place the mirror so that you can see such a picture on the mirror?
Dadaji, this is very easy. The dotted line will be at this place and look something like this on the mirror.
Well done, Pinku. Well, can you draw a dotted line on this picture and look in the mirror to find out whether it is divided into equal parts or not?
Dadaji, for this picture, we will place the mirror on top of this line and we will see a similar picture.
You answered this correctly. Can you draw a dotted line on this picture and look at it in the mirror to find out whether we can divide it into equal parts or not?
Dadaji, I will be able to do it this time too. In this picture, when we place the mirror above this line, then we will get such a picture.
You answered this correctly too. Now draw a dotted line on this picture in such a way that half of it is visible on the mirror.
Oh, Dadaji, this is a chessboard. I need to think a little about it.
If you want, you can pause the video here and give it a try.
I found it, Dadaji. Let's see this. In this picture, when we place the mirror above this line, then we will get such a picture.
Well done, Pinku. Now tell me whether we can place the mirror on some other line. Children, you also find and tell.
Yes, Dadaji. See this.
Well done, Pinku. You have answered all the questions correctly. Take your reward. Dear children, till now you have seen some examples and understood that if we place the mirror on the correct dotted line, then even the incomplete pictures are visible to us. And it is not necessary that the dotted line is always vertical, it can also be diagonal. This is where we end this video. In the next video, we will discuss some common mistakes related to it. Thank you. Friends, welcome to this video. So far we have seen some examples with Pinku. Now we will see the picture seen in the mirror with Pinku and some common mistakes related to the dotted line. Pinku, till now you have seen so many pictures. Now I want to ask you some more questions. Will you be able to answer?
Yes, Dadaji. I will answer all the questions very easily.
Okay, Pinku. Then tell me, where will you draw the dotted line in this picture? By putting the mirror on one half, we can see the whole picture.
Dadaji, in this picture, we can draw the dotted line in this way.
Okay, Pinku. Now place the mirror in this place and see what is made.
Dadaji, it looks a little strange. When I face the mirror to the left, such a picture was made. And when turned it to the right side, it became like this. Why did this happen, Dadaji?
Because, Pinku, you drew the wrong dotted line. The correct dotted line will look something like this. Take this, Pinku. Now you see it in the mirror.
Yes, Dadaji. Now it is divided into two equal halves.
Pinku, always keep in mind that there is a different dotted line for every image. Pinku, look at this cartoon. Now place the mirror in such a way that both hands of this cartoon should be up in this way. If you want, you can pause the video here and think.
Dadaji, this cartoon is very interesting. But how can both its hands be up? It has one hand up and one hand down, Dadaji.
Pinku, look carefully. If you place the mirror on this line and face the mirror to the right, you will get such a picture.
I'll keep the mirror once and see. Dadaji, both hands are up.
Pinku, can you now put both its hands down like this?
Yes, Dadaji. This time only the mirror has to face to the left and such a picture will be seen.
Dear children, till now you have seen how pictures change in front of the mirror. And you also learned that a dotted line is not always a vertical line. This line can be horizontal also. Now look at these pictures and tell, where should we place the mirror on this picture so that the following pictures could be seen? Till now you have seen how changing the place of the mirror changes the picture, and also learned to recognize the correct dotted line. Hope you have learned many things from Pinku's mistakes. And now you know about this subject very well. With this video ends here. Thank you.
Hello kids! In this video, we will learn about perimeter of a figure. Bhola's farm has had a very good crop this time. He thought he would come back the next day and harvest his crop. The next day, when Bhola reached his farm, he saw that mice had created a havoc there. Those mice were eating Bhola's tomatoes with great interest. Bhola drove the mice away and thought that he would make a barbed wire fence around his farm. He immediately brought the barbed wire from the market. Initially, Bhola made a fence for that part of the field in which tomatoes and pumpkins were sown. If tomatoes and pumpkins have been cultivated in these types of squares and rectangle shapes, can you answer how many meters of wire has Bhola used to make a fence around tomatoes and pumpkins? To estimate the length of the wire used in a fence, we need to find the perimeter of that place. Tomatoes are cultivated in a square-sized area, with each side being 5 meters in length. And because all the sides of the square are of equal length, the size of a square-shaped fence will be 4 times the length of the side. In this way, Bhola used 4 times 5 or 20 meters long wire to make a square-shaped fence. The rectangle-shaped fence is 12 meters in length and the width is 6 meters. Every rectangle has 2 long edges and 2 wide edges. In this way, the size of this rectangular fence will be arrived at by adding 12 and 6 with 12 and 6 again. That is 36 meters. Children, if Bhola has sowed carrots in this plot, can you answer how many meters of wire would Bhola have to use to make a fence around it? If you want, you can find a solution by stopping the video. This plot is triangular shaped. Therefore, to find the perimeter of its fence, we only have to add the length of its edges. In this way, to fence this plot, Bhola needs to add the sides 6, 10 and 8. Therefore, he needs a 24-meter long wire. Bhola finally put up a barbed wire fence around his farm, and those mice never bothered Bhola again. Children, in this video, we learned about perimeter of a figure. In the next video, we will learn more about it by using some interesting examples. Hello children! In the last video, we learned about the perimeter of a figure. In this video, we will learn more about it by some interesting examples. Banno has started selling designer bedsheets along with saris. Banno thought,
Why don't I put beautiful laces on the edges of these sheets?
So she bought a 14 meters long lace from the market.
All the sheets I have are 5 meters in length, but they are of different widths. Now, on which of these bed sheets should I put this 14-meter long lace so that it's neither too less nor any extra lace is left behind?
Banno thought.
The total length of this lace is 14 meters. And if I want to apply this lace on all sides of the sheet, then the perimeter of the sheet will be equal to the length of the lace required. The sheet is rectangular in shape. So in order to find its perimeter, I will need to add the width to the length and then add the width to the length once more. In other words, its perimeter will be 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. The length of the sheet is 5 meters. Let me write it here in place of the length. Now, if I subtract twice this length from the perimeter, I will get 2 times of the width. In this way, 2 times of the width will be 10. If I subtract 10 from 14, I will get 4 meters. Oh wow! The width of the sheet is half of 4 meters. That is 2 meters.
Banno quickly put laces on the edges of the bedsheet having a 2-meter width. Banno's bedsheets rose to fame in the market. Now, Banno has to sell tablecloth. If Banno has bought a 16-meter long lace, can you find the length of the edges of the square-shaped tablecloth that Banno can put it on? If you want, you can stop the video and find the answer. All sides of the square are of the same length. So, to find the perimeter of a square shape, we can simply multiply the length of any one of its edges by 4. The length of Banno's lace is 16 meters. It is exactly equal to the perimeter of a square-shaped tablecloth. In other words, 4 times the length of one side of the tablecloth is equal to 16 meters. Therefore, the length of one side will be 16 divided by 4. That is 4 meters. Banno's shop started doing phenomenal business. So Babban also started helping her. Children, in this video we learned more about perimeter of a figure by some interesting examples. In the next video, we will look at some of the misconceptions related to this. Hello children! In the previous video, we learned more about perimeter of a figure by some interesting examples. In this video, we will see some of the misconceptions relating to this. Both Bhola and Bunny have taken part in a race.
Bhola, I will run 1 round around this square-shaped tank. And you will run 1 round around this rectangle-shaped tank. Whoever completes 1 round of this tank first will win.
Bunny told Bhola. Bhola agreed and the competition started. Both Bunny and Bhola started running very fast. Bunny circled this tank before Bhola.
I won! I won!
Bunny danced excitedly.
Your tank was square-shaped and my tank was rectangular-shaped. And because the perimeter of a rectangular figure is more than that of a square-shaped figure, I traveled more distance compared to you, so it took me longer.
Bhola told Bunny. Bunny heard this and started laughing.
No, Bhola. It does not necessarily mean that the perimeter of a rectangle is always greater than the perimeter of a square. We both circled our own tanks, so the distance we covered would be equal to the perimeter of those tanks. Let us calculate the perimeter of these two tanks. Let's find out. Then you will know that both of us have covered exactly the same distance. Let's see, Bhola. The size of the side of my square-shaped tank is 5 meters. So, the perimeter of the square-shaped tank will be 5 multiplied by 4. That is 20 meters. And the length of your rectangle-shaped tank is 6 meters and the width is 4 meters. So, the rectangular tank will have the perimeter of 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4 or 20 meters. Thus, the perimeter of these two tanks are exactly the same. In other words, we both have covered the same distance. Now, do you agree that I have won?
Bunny asked Bhola.
Yes, I understand, Bunny. In celebration of your victory, let us go to eat ice cream at Babban's ice cream stall.
So Bhola and Bunny, both friends, went to eat ice cream. Children, in this video we have seen some misconceptions related to perimeter of a figure.